Hey, before you go back there, Jess, usually I pick a volunteer to hold Liberty Bell while I'm doing. Would you be my volunteer today?
Yes. Hi, puppy.
Oh, yeah. So she's also my timer. Because once she starts acting up, I know I'm done. Well, how are we doing? Let's go. I know most of you in this room, but for those of you I do not know, my name is Elad Gross. I'm running for Attorney General because our Attorney General sucks and we really need a new one. Really, really badly. Guy's terrible. Guy, he is so bad. He is so bad at his job. Oh, are we going to do this again? Are we doing this? He is so bad. If you ask him how much money he has wasted in that office, his response to you is, I don't know. I don't track that number. He doesn't track how much of your money he's spending. Our Attorney General is so bad. Thank you. Thank you for crowd participation. He is so bad that on this Amendment 3 case that was just heard, the one that put it on the ballot and made sure it would stay there, he lost twice in that case arguing opposite sides. Only Andrew Bailey. First he said, oh, Jay Ashcroft did a great job. It should be on the ballot. And then 2 days later, he did a terrible job. Jay Ashcroft is the worst, and it shouldn't be on the ballot. He lost both times. Our Attorney General is so bad. He is so bad that he spends our taxpayer money keeping innocent people behind bars when they've been proven to be innocent. And if there's if you have no other reason to vote in this election, that should be enough to fire Andrew Bailey. That should be enough. But there's so many reasons to do it. And tomorrow I'm sure we'll have a whole bunch more. But let me tell you some reasons why I think the Missouri Democratic Party has a pretty decent candidate for Attorney General. I think so, in my humble opinion. As Attorney General, I will start Missouri's first civil rights division in the history of our state to make sure that our abusive government is kept in check by your Attorney General. It's time for us to have an Attorney General on our side. We need that. Look at what our government is doing. They have grown so big. And so they just want to tell you and your family how to live every part of your lives. And you know what? When we pass Amendment 3, when we put reproductive freedom into the state constitution, I will defend your rights as Missourians. I will do that. We will get that done. As Attorney General, I will bring back the conservation division that Jay Nixon started, that Josh Hawley got rid of, to protect our land, our air, and especially our water. Our grandkids should be able to drink the water in the state of Missouri. They should be able to do that. They should be able to do that. As Attorney General, I will start a public corruption unit to make sure your taxpayer dollars go exactly where they're supposed to. And when we have an official like Andrew Bailey who is flushing your money down the toilet, we will make sure that that person doesn't have a job in our government anymore. That's what your office will do for you. That's what we'll do. As Attorney General, I'm going to sue a whole bunch of scammers. Whole bunch of scammers. Did you all know that Missouri started the do not call list? Well, you wouldn't know today, that's for sure. As Attorney General, I will start it will be our first one. It will be the Missouri Attorney General app, as long as that acronym isn't taken by a former president. And that app, somebody's got it, that app will allow you, as you're seeing something suspicious, something's coming on your phone. I get these texts all the time now. You'll be able to send that stuff to the Attorney General's office. We'll have the evidence right there. We will streamline prosecutions. We will be able to tell you when there's a scam in your area, and you will be able to participate in your government. That's the way our government is supposed to work. That's the way it's supposed to work. No more wasting our money. Let's just stop doing that. It's your money. And we need an Attorney General who actually believes that, not some guy who has turned that office from one that did so much great work for the people of the state of Missouri into a TV studio promoting whatever next crazy thing he wants to do so he can get on the news. That is done. We are done with that when we get to January, when we get to the inauguration with Mark and all of his seats and everything he's reserving for you all. All right? That's going to end. But I'm going to tell you what, there are some things that we all have to do. Yeah, and getting involved in campaigns is so important. But there's a basic, fundamental thing that each and every one of us has to do. When I was in, and some of you know this, when I was in Branson, I was visiting with the Taney County Democrats. They invited me to come speak. In February of 2023, they had 5 people show up for their meeting. And some of us in this room know that sometimes that's a really good meeting. Right? When I came and I met with them, they had 60 people in the room. 60 people. Mostly for Liberty Bell. That's fine. I was there too. And I told them a few things. And I was talking about all of these things, visiting with folks that are supporting Trump headquarters in Warsaw, Missouri. They really like my dog too, so they invited me to come speak. And they're voting for me now because we agree on so many things. That we want drinking water, that we want a government that works for us. We want them to stop wasting our money. And at the end of this meeting, I didn't know this, but there was a Republican in the room. He was there because his wife told him he had to be there. Big guy. And he's in line and he's waiting. I didn't know. And he comes up to me and he said, Mr. Gross, I got to tell you the truth. I didn't know much about what an attorney general does or why it was important. What I knew was I've heard of this Bailey guy, and I really didn't like some of the stuff he was doing, but I didn't know who you were. I was probably going to leave it blank. I want you to know that I am voting for you. I would like a yard sign. I have never put up a yard sign before. Would you sign it? I sure did. I sure did. But the reason I tell you that is we need to do exactly what those in power do not want us to do. And that is talk to our friends, talk to our neighbors, talk to our family, talk to everyone that we can about the values that we have and the reason why we have them, about the future that we want for our state, about what Missouri can be, because we know what we have been before, and we can get back there again. But as soon as we start talking to each other and we figure out we have a whole lot more in common than those folks in power want us to realize, that's the moment they start sweating because we start asking them questions. And I think it's time for us to ask them a whole bunch of questions. And when they can't answer, because we know they can't, we've heard a whole bunch of crap from them for a long time, then that means in November we fire a whole bunch of people and send them home. So let's go get it done. Let's go get it done. Folks, I appreciate your support. My name is Elad Gross, and I'm running to be your Attorney General of the great state of Missouri. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I mean, if you have one for Liberty Bell, she'll do it.